Here is your AI briefing for May 31st, 2026, with 12 stories. Story 1. SoftBank says it will invest up to $75 billion to build French data centers. SoftBank plans 5 gigawatts of new French data center capacity with $75 billion investment. The build-out would give France a major new hyperscale footprint for cloud and AI workloads. It also signals SoftBank's push into infrastructure beyond chip and software bets. $75 billion for 5 gigawatts reads less like strategy than an electricity bill with a flag on it. France gets concrete steel, SoftBank gets AI cloud rents. Story 2. Traffic to DuckDuckGo's proudly no AI search page has tripled since latest Google AI search update. DuckDuckGo's privacy-focused search page traffic tripled following Google's AI search rollout, signaling growing user preference for non-AI alternatives. The surge suggests Google's AI answers are pushing some users towards simpler search interfaces that avoid generated summaries. It also gives DuckDuckGo a visibility boost without changing its product positioning. Google's AI search shoved enough people into DuckDuckGo's no AI page to triple traffic. Proving progress is often just a very expensive exit sign. Story 3. Meta is reportedly developing an AI pendant. Meta's AI pendant integrates on-device neural processing for real-time voice and visual recognition without cloud dependency. The device is being designed to capture ambient cues from the user's surroundings while keeping inference local. That approach could reduce latency and data sharing concerns compared with cloud-connected wearables. A pendant that listens and sees in real time is just wearable surveillance with nicer branding, and the real winner is Meta's hardware lock-in. Story 4. Microsoft is threatening legal action for disclosing exploits. Nightmare Eclipse, possibly a former Microsoft employee, posted exploit code while Kevin Beaumont observed Microsoft's criticized response to zero-day disclosures. The dispute centers on posting exploit details for software vulnerabilities before Microsoft believes they should be public. Security researchers are watching closely because the company's stance could chill future coordinated disclosure. Microsoft is trying to lawyer its way out of zero-day embarrassment, which mainly punishes researchers and rewards the vulnerabilities it wanted quiet. Story 5. Anthropic surpasses OpenAI to become most valuable AI startup. Anthropic's valuation now exceeds OpenAI's, marking a historic shift in AI startup rankings. The milestone reflects investor confidence in Anthropic's model lineup and enterprise adoption. It also intensifies competition for talent, customers, and future funding across the AI sector. Anthropic beating OpenAI on valuation is mostly investor theater, but it does crown the safer-looking lab as the market's favorite AI casino chip. Story 6. Woman alarmed when her trusted therapist starts recording her with AI. I felt completely. The therapist allegedly used AI recording during sessions without making the patient comfortable with how it was being used. The episode raises fresh concerns about consent and confidentiality in clinical care. An AI recording therapist turns confidentiality into a product feature, and the patient is the only one paying for the betrayal. Story 7. What a joke! GitHub Copilot's new token-based billing spurs consternation among devs. GitHub Copilot switches to token-based billing, ending its golden age and sparking developer concern over the new pricing model. Copilot's new billing ties usage to tokens rather than a flat subscription, making heavy usage more expensive for some teams. Developers say the change complicates budgeting and undermines the tool's appeal for frequent coding. Token-based billing is Copilot's polite way of saying the free lunch is over, and devs are just discovering how expensive autocomplete can get. Story 8. I put Google's 24/7 AI assistant Gemini Spark to work, and it's actually pretty useful. Gemini Spark automates inbox summaries and local event planning, but Google's reasoning for launching it as a separate product remains unclear. Gemini Spark can distill email overload into concise action items and suggest activities based on location context. The experiment also highlights Google's effort to make assistant software feel more personal and always available. Gemini Spark is genuinely handy. but splitting it into another product looks like Google turning useful features into a branding scavenger hunt. Story 9. AI can't handle the truth. AI tools might be hallucinating less, but they're still spitting out inaccurate answers cloaked in polished, hyper-confident. The problem is that model outputs can sound authoritative even when they are unsupported or wrong. That makes the errors harder for users to detect than older, more obviously flawed systems. AI's real problem isn't hallucination here. It's confident nonsense served with a straight face, which makes bad answers dangerously persuasive. Story 10. AI models have a religion favoritism problem, and new research exposes it. Testing 14 major AI models revealed Grok's strongest religious bias, while Anthropic and Meta performed best. Researchers found that model responses changed depending on the faith being discussed, with some systems assigning more favorable traits to certain religions. The results point to lingering alignment gaps in mainstream AI assistants. The bias test says AI can rank your religion too, and Grok wins the race to make prejudice look like a statistical output. Story 11. How Freebeat.ai made music videos live. The Stanford-founded San Francisco startup, the #1 result on Google for music video generator, is launching the world's first real-time music video. Freebeat.ai's system generates synchronized visuals as music plays instead of rendering them after the track finishes. That real-time pipeline could make video creation faster for creators and live performers. Real-time music video generation sounds flashy until you notice the startup's big breakthrough is making the content fire hose even harder to control. Story 12. Apple Loop. iPhone 18 Pro details, WWDC's focus, Apple's 2026 hardware plans. This week reveals WWDC dates, new AI capabilities, Siri smart home integration, 2026 hardware roadmap, and iPad pricing pressure alongside iPhone 18 Pro specifications. The roadmap points to tighter hardware-software integration across iPhone, iPad, and smart home devices. It also suggests Apple is preparing a broader response to rival AI features and pricing pressure. Apple's roadmap here is mostly a stack of familiar promises: more AI, pricier iPhones, and Siri finally getting invited to the smart home party. That is the briefing for today.